I'm sorry. My voice was muted. But my name is Kim Ross-Hollingsworth, and I'm the founder of the Arts and Authors Extravaganza. And the purpose of this podcast is so that we can learn a little bit more about the authors and artists that grace the stage or that I've come in contact with and would like to find out more information about their work. Tonight, we have with us William Gold. He is an author, and I'm going to just have him come on right now.
Hi, good
Hey,
evening,
William,
Kim.
how are you?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
Yeah, just
I
trying to get through Monday, but
I know. Listen,
yeah,
Mondays are my favorite day of the week. So, everybody don't feel the same way, but
I,
I just feel as though it's a new start, a new beginning, and just in case you didn't get something finished last week, you have a chance to do it this week. So it's
it's
for
true.
new
Yeah,
beginnings. So if we look at it that way, Mondays don't seem so bad. But yes. So William, I'm so glad you're here. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
I was well. I'm a lifelong Philadelphian, and I taught for the school district Philadelphia for uh 16 and a half years. So I really enjoyed doing that. But I'm actually like semi-retired, like working in a different field now. And I kind of like missed it today because usually I would be like meeting my new kids
Oh,
and meeting my new babies, and I kind of like missed it or whatever. But half missed it, half was like kind of like, whew, I don't have to do that again.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, it's hard
it is hard.
working with
Yes,
children.
it is. Yes, it requires a lot of patience, and I had to develop my patience over a length of time. I didn't automatically have like that calm, cool demeanor when I walked
Yeah.
in the classroom that first year. It was more like extreme panic.
I understand that. And what grade did you say again?
I taught the babies. I taught from 3 to 5 year olds for most of my career.
Oh,
I did like other stuff. I was like a science prep teacher. I was an English teacher. I was a center leader of daycare at one point for the school district.
wow.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
kind of did all.
Yes, you really did do a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I just know we've known each other for, oh my goodness. You were actually one of the first um when we started the Arts and Authors
Oh,
Extravaganza.
yes, indeed.
And that was wow, 11 years ago.
Uh huh.
I just can't believe it. And we actually, like I was telling everyone a little while ago, we actually celebrated the 11th annual Arts and Authors Extravaganza this past Sunday,
Yes.
which was very nice. We had a lot of great speakers. Everyone actually had a chance to tell us a little bit about their work. And you always come with your beautiful wife. I enjoy seeing um, you progress
Okay.
because you have how many books now?
I have like two books. I'm working on my third. Well, actually, working on my third and fourth.
Wow. So
Trying
you're
to
writing two books at
yeah.
one time?
Yes. Well, one of them is just a short novella. It's just like a few, like 100 or so pages. So it's something I do like every
A
once in a
short
while.
read.
But I am so excited. I'm actually going to do the sequel to my first book. I never thought that was going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of
So
didn't. I kind of didn't even know at some point where if I was actually going to finish the first book.
that is well, listen, your first book, do you have it handy right now?
Yes, I do. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. I actually have it on my bookshelf.
Awesome.
I mean,
Now,
that's a little bit. I don't know. Is that a little bit egotistical having your own books on your bookshelf?
no, because I have mine on my bookshelf
Okay.
and the magazine. So listen, it's okay.
Okay.
Now tell us about that book because that's your first book.
All right. This book actually came out of like watching an episode of The Universe. It was like a show back in the day. You know, they had like physicists like talk about like all these different things in space. You know, so this one episode was about like a Frankenstein moon, which I found out was two planets or asteroids that are like smashed together. So that got my like juices cooking, and I was thinking about what if that asteroid was a prison where the worst criminals in the galaxy were held. So my book is about reptile criminals on a distant asteroid called Minerva Penitentiary. And the worst of the worst of them is Hotfire, who is an 11-foot long salamander who has like an ability to wisecrack a lot, you know, and shoot like fireballs out of his tail.
Oh my goodness. He
Yeah.
said off the I can't. I actually have your book and I can't wait to read it. I do have more time than I can, you know, dedicate
I know.
towards reading some of these books. Now, with that book right there, if someone was to ask you, or if you wanted to sell that book,
Yes.
what would you tell somebody about it to actually get them to buy it?
Okay. Well, with the younger ones, I like open by saying, you know, do you like insects or reptiles? Well, do I and aliens? You know, and for the older folks, I tell them that it's a fast-paced space adventure that will make you catch your breath. Yeah, and that it's about preventing the destruction of the galaxy by the Eye of Hermes, which is an ancient device that consumes energy from all sources, and it'll stop. It won't stop until it's consumed everything and destroyed the galaxy.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And what would you say your target audience is? Who is your book geared towards? Is it geared towards teenagers or adults?
It's
or both?
more of a Y. It's more of a YA book, you know, young adult book, you know, but adults could definitely like get interested in it, you know, if they grew up with like Star Wars or like Flash Gordon, you know, or like Star Trek, you know, then they would really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I used to love Flash Gordon. I did.
I
liked, but I couldn't get into it.
Okay.
But I think I can get into it more now than I did before because I understand it a little bit better.
I know.
But what now you also have your second book.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about the second one.
Okay. All right. This is my second book, and actually it took me a little bit longer to write this. It took me about like 2.5 years or so. And there was a lot going on, you know, that it's about because Lycos, and he's an astrophysicist, and he's lost his fiance. You know, so he takes her like consciousness and he places it in an artificial android who works actually as a sympathetic therapist who helps people get through the worst situations in their life. But at Marigold, that's the android. She finds herself accused of murder and in danger of being terminated. So she needs to prove her innocence while defeating a virus that changes animal cells into plant cells.
Oh wow.
You know, and it's an epic journey that takes place over 2 continents, India and Egypt. I mean, India and Africa.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That is nice.
Thank you.
Now what inspired you to write, first of all, what inspired you to write that first book? And then what inspired you to write your second?
What inspired me to write my first book was that I worked for years on the weekends at the Academy of Natural Science in Philadelphia, which is a natural history museum. And I was always working with like reptiles and like insects.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And
two things that I do not like.
I'm sorry.
I said the 2 things I do not like.
And you're not gonna like this part. That's a lot. Oh, I'm kidding. No, but I worked with paleontologist Jason Poole.
Okay.
And he often theorized, what would have happened if that asteroid had not struck the Earth? What if the dinosaurs had not died out? And the conclusion he came to was that they would have continued to evolve, and possibly become like more of a Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Yeah. And more like intellectually developed, at that time they actually had like raptors. And we've been finding out more and more, paleontologists have been finding out more and more about raptors, and as they did, they found out that they were more and more intelligent than we ever gave them credit for.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it really is interesting.
It really is. Yeah.
And just like even alien life, I always feel that there is life on other planets, because if there's life on this planet, why is there not life on another planet? And maybe they breathe something totally different than what we breathe, or maybe they don't breathe. Maybe it's just, it sparks my curiosity. Like,
It does, yeah.
There have to be life on other planets.
Mm-hmm. And I actually just got so excited like last night because they were talking about the Artemis mission, and thinking about like going back to the moon and possibly going deeper into our galaxy. It's just like a very exciting prospect for me.
Yeah, it is. Now, I thought that there was some people that were traveling, like if you have like a lot of money, they were traveling to the moon, or wasn't that happening at one time? Or still is?
That's like an emerging industry that with your Elon Musk and your Jeff Bezos, that they're promoting like space tourism.
Yep.
Right now it's just like a couple minutes up in the atmosphere, but eventually, that there'll be like cruises in outer space, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like instead of taking a cruise on Lake Princess, she'll take a cruise like around maybe around the loop around the Earth to the moon and then back.
That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
But
now what
my second book?
Yes.
This actually came from my cousin, who is he works with recovering alcohol and drug abusers. With I think it's ACT. It's a program in Philadelphia that helps relate with recovery.
Okay.
And the idea for the book came from the fact that maybe at some point those people who are recovering would be treated by someone who wasn't human.
Oh.
An artificial person, whatever. And conjointly with that, I kind of examine in this book, I want to examine about how it was written like around the time of like Black Lives Matters,
Right.
that movement, so
Uh-huh.
like taking that to the next level of how would the newest members of society be treated? Would they have to go through the same struggles as people as my brown and black brothers and sisters?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
And they would. I believe they would.
yeah,
Same thing.
the same thing. Yeah, that is always the other. The
Yep.
yep. So I,
Consider the
I examine it.
minority. The same thing with our and I always do not quote me on the abbreviation, but our LGBT community.
Yes,
Am I missing some letters?
L, uh, let LGBT Q something something. No, right, but
Listen, I knew I was going to butcher that.
my mom's gonna kill me for this that I'm doing the podcast, but we are celebrating my mother's 81st birthday
Yay!
by going to Ian Morrison's. I'm sorry, Ian Morrison's gay bingo brunch on October 30th. It's going to be on
Nice.
the roof of Bach.
So
my
nice.
sister and I are big supporters of the LGBTQ community, and we are definitely allies.
Yes.
So that's how my 81-year-old mother's going to be.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, tell her happy birthday for me.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, but it's all on the same lines, I believe.
Yeah.
But now
we are all human, and we all feel the same. We all feel the same. We all have children. We all have families.
exactly.
We all have bad days. We all have good days.
That's it.
We just
But they say we all bleed the same color.
We have the same color.
That's what it all boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
We all bleed the same color.
Exactly.
So, but I'm impressed with that book, and I'm glad you wrote it. And what about your third book? What is that going to be about? And then the fourth book, what are you writing on those two?
All right. The next book is going to be the sequel to the Eye of Hermes. It's about, I examine the insect culture, like the insect royalty.
Yes.
That the daughter of the insect empress is trying to dethrone her mother. So she's going to use a device called the Sword of Ascalion, which wipes away all like consciousness and makes people susceptible to like suggestion. Yeah.
So
and it also includes high fire. That high fire. High fire is going to lose his be at risk of losing his powers, losing his like fire, to the worst warlord in the galaxy, Diabolix.
Now you said that book had something to do with criminals. How did you incorporate the criminal mentality within the insects? Like
the insects are like a noble warrior race, so the criminal class is strictly, I've shown emphasized the criminal class is strictly like reptilian, yeah.
So
do
they use weapons?
They're like the middle class, and then there are still a few humans in the galaxy, and they're like medieval serfs almost.
Okay.
That they're like the lowest peasantry class, and one of my characters in the book Cassie Volkner, she actually worked her way up through, worked her way and pulled herself up, to the point where she is serving on a starship. Yeah, but it's like she's the exception, not the norm. Because
Yes.
because most of the humans are working in servitude. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, what about your fourth book?
My fourth book is called The Divine Bakery, and it's about the struggle between Jehovah and Lucifer.
Oh, wow.
And they Jehovah is maintaining the afterlife, and she has like petitioner mortals,
Wow.
people who have mortals who have died. She calls them petitioner mortals. So it's seriously in the vein of like the Neil Gaiman's The Sandman.
Uh-huh.
Is just streaming now on like Netflix. So there's like a lot of like divine entities like walking around.
Wow.
And
So, I
and
can't.
they're actually walking around Philadelphia. After like 3 books, I finally like set one in my hometown. Like partially in my hometown. It's partially in the divine realm and partially in like Philadelphia. So it should be interesting.
That is
That'll be
interesting.
coming out hopefully late 2023, early 2024.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Nice. Well, they're interested. And I just wanted to say those covers are really, really nice too. And most of our listeners, are either aspiring authors or they could even, be current authors.
Mm-hmm.
But I always try to give them a little education on who to publish with or who to get their covers done by or
Right.
something like the graphic artist.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come up with the ideal for your covers? And do you have someone that you have strictly do your covers for you?
Okay. Actually, my first cover was done by, I actually did it through Amazon, and I had a friend like Shelly Shazner, who is also like who is also a fantasy author. She actually did the cover for me.
Yes.
Yes, and
Because they grab you,
friend
and that's what I like.
my friend Tom Minder,
Uh-huh.
when I was doing my second book, he suggested to me possibly going through like a independent publisher.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or now,
But like a word of caution to my fellow authors out there that there are independent publishers who will help you out, and will do the formatting and all that for you. But there are also like that what we call vanity publishers. I know you're probably familiar with them. Yes. They ask for like a ton of money up front.
Mm-hmm.
And they do nothing to promote your book.
We try to shy away from vanity publishers.
Yeah. All right. But I was fortunate enough to like find Archway Publishing.
Yes.
The independent branch of Simon and Schuster.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think I would go with another publisher after that. I mean, there are other great ones out there. One of them that was actually at Arts and Artists was Book Baby.
Book Baby, yes.
It's supporting like local local publishing.
I love them.
Right there in Simmons, New Jersey, right?
This was actually their first time attending, and I will definitely have them back again.
Yeah. And I have a lot of friends who speak very highly of them.
Yes.
Yes, they do. And they work with you, and they provide like quality work.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's also that. There's uh Ingram Ingram,
Yes,
yes, which is related to somehow related to like it's closely related to like Barnes and Noble. But
it is.
yeah, there's also like Barnes and Noble Press. There's if you uh want to do like Amazon, you could do Amazon. So there's a lot of
Yes,
good publishers out there. Who and we're becoming more popular and more like recognized as independent authors.
yes.
You know
I
that
agree. I
Barnes and Noble, they've been starting to like carry like independent authors on their shelves, which is
Yep.
wonderful. Yeah.
Actually, one of my memoir is with Barnes and Nobles. So they really are like, there to help independent
Mm-hmm.
authors. And that's what I really like about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a time when people would think, oh, I would never be able to get in Barnes and Nobles. But for over the past couple of years, I
Years.
believe they started to, even recognize us a lot more. And also, a lot of us are having our book signings within the actual
It's a
stores.
story. Yeah.
And I thought that was very nice of them to do too. It's
Yeah.
clever,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. That's why they're Barnes and Noble.
And I hope they never close because a lot of places are closing. But I just hope and pray that Barnes and Noble stick around for a while.
Me too. Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't have any
So,
place to write. I'm like in my office right now,
yes.
which I write here sometimes.
So, where's your favorite place to write?
My favorite place to write is actually like at Montgomeryville Barnes Noble,
You know what?
and yeah, and my second favorite place is actually in the room I'm at right now in my office. Yeah.
Yes. Now, your books are fairly thick. When do you find time to write, and how often do you write?
Uh, I I find time to write like in the early morning, and right before I go to bed at night, and I spend like a lot of my weekends like writing, and I when I find time to write, you asked me when I find time to write.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just love to write. I'll write even if it's like a paragraph or two, like every day. I'll just write. And the amazing thing is that like over before you even know it, you have a finished book. But it's
Exactly.
a process that takes like years. And
Yeah.
I have like OCD sometimes. I'm just like I just want to be done.
I know,
But
right? Well, that's what I try to encourage people like through my Book Builders Academy. Um, just try to write a little bit every day, whether it's 15, 20 minutes every single day. Just try to write a little every single day. And
yeah,
just like you said, before you know it, you'll be finished,
yeah.
But if you never put the pen to paper, it'll never get done.
Oh no, 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 it will not. No, it will not.
But yes,
Yeah,
William, but
and I
it's
mean, if I had like a nickel for every time that I've done an event and somebody's coming to me and just like, I have this great idea for this book and
oh,
I'm gonna write the book one day, and it's like I'm just like, no, today, start today.
exactly.
Today is the day
Start
that you start your book.
today.
Uh
Yep. They
yeah.
just don't realize it. Well, some of them now have a title. Some people don't even have a title and they didn't already started the book. I mean, I have so many different, scenarios where people come to me and they'll ask, well, how much does it cost to, write this book or start
Right.
this book? Everyone start at a different pace.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that have, like I said, have a title already. They haven't written a book.
Mhm.
Then there's other people who have written a book and don't have a title. Then
Mhm.
there's some people who have the book finished.
Yeah.
So they're starting at all different levels. So there's no set fee on helping someone write a book.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with this expression, but probably are. Behind every great man is a good woman.
Yes, I have.
And I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed that I have two good women in my life who are.
Yes, you do. And I met one of them.
All right, but
Love her.
my wife Bonnie is my biggest champion and my
Yes,
biggest
she
fan,
is.
and she is so supportive. That I don't really drive. I drive, but we only have the one car, so she is the chaperone. If we go out of state, or we
Yes.
to like the depths of Pennsylvania, like Reading or Hershey. Uh, she's always there for me. She's always by my side.
Yes, she
I couldn't
is.
on this journey without her. And secondly, the other good woman I have,
It's your
you might have
mother.
met her at you might have met her at Collingswood or something, or she's been around. Patty O'Brien
Oh,
was introduced to me.
hold on. Who's Patty?
Patty,
Oh, she's been at the Collinswood Book Festival.
yes, she has. She is the proprietor of editingiseverything.com, and
Mm-hmm.
she is my editor. She is
Nice.
she's edited the first two books. She's currently editing the third and fourth book.
Nice.
Yeah, and she is my biggest champion. And she's just like so honest with me. If something's good, she'll definitely tell me it's good. If something is crap, she'll tell me that. But we usually sit for about, once she's done her editing, we usually sit for a good 2.5, 3 hours, going over the book, and she'll be asking questions, so she doesn't just send your portfolio back to you.
Right.
I mean, your manuscript back to you, and so here it's yours. She actually works with you,
That's
works with
good.
clients, to make it the best book that it can be.
Nice.
So it's Patty O'Brien. Editing is everything.
Oh, nice. And that's her website. If anyone is interested in booking her to edit their book,
Mm-hmm.
they can go to her website.
You can, yes.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Well, I just wanted to say, I love your spirit. I think you won an award last year. Not even one. It's just you were given an award from the Arts and Authors Extravaganza just for being a great supporter over all these years.
Yes.
And I believe it was a few of you. It was you, Quentin Green. He won the Artist Award, and I just appreciate your support, and I'm so glad and happy that you and Bonnie come out to the Arts and Authors every year. And I just like the fact that you are progressing every single
Yeah.
year, or every other year you come out with another book.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it.
Thank
And
you.
now, after
I
these
wouldn't be able
books,
to do this without people like you, Kim.
oh, thank you.
I think you were the first one that I talked to. That about I had just published a book, and I was going online, and I saw Arts and Authors. And you connected right away with me. And you made me
Yeah.
feel so welcomed.
Oh, well, I'm glad because you're easy.
Put me so at ease. That's
Yes.
what I could do.
And we were at the mansion the very first time
Mm-hmm.
we had the event. And actually, tell you the truth, you came even to the Philadelphia Convention Center.
Oh yeah.
And when we had it at the little in between at the supper club,
Uh huh.
you were even there. So I'm telling you, you and Bonnie are always there. And that's what I really appreciate about you too.
Uh,
And I'm even with you on your weight loss journey. I've been watching.
yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. That I kind of got, well, I mean, there's kind of like a sad opening to it. That a little bit more serious opening that Bonnie and we were away, and I got a call from my sister, and she's like, I know you're on vacation, but don't panic. Mom fell down the stairs and rehab, you know, and my mom's a fighter, and she recovered. She's doing fine. She's walking with a cane now, but
Great.
that she's back to her old self, saying, I can do it myself. I don't need any help.
Yes,
So that was my wake up call. It's like, look, if I want to get to 80,
that's right.
I need to start taking better care of myself. Eating
That's
better. Yeah, and I mean, try as she might, like Bonnie's been trying to get me for a few years to like eat better, and she has me eating more chicken, more turkey, but um, I just have like addiction to the sugar.
Yeah, of course. Like
Chocolate,
all of us. Like
I had
all
to
of
get past
us.
chocolate, I had to get past the soda, and
Yes.
I stopped drinking soda. I stopped eating chocolate, and lo and behold, 40 pounds.
I know. I heard.
Yeah,
I was like 40. That is wonderful.
I know.
When I saw that online, I was like, okay, William, good for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, the older we get, the more our metabolisms slow down. So it's like we really have to work a little bit harder
Yes.
than we did before
Mm.
just to maintain, because we're not getting any younger.
No. Wish we
You
were,
know,
but no.
you can write that in one of your books though, but
Yeah,
but it's not real life.
yeah, I
You
know.
know.
I mean,
So
it's good. It's good as bad
mhm.
because, I mean, my it's good as bad. It's kind of depressing that I'm getting like a little bit older. Not really depressing, but that I'm
But you're getting older and
getting
wiser, so
older,
that's
but at the same time, I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to go back and do high school again.
no, me neither. Not at all.
I mean,
It's getting
yeah.
worse.
So I'm kind of good with the fact that I'm like older and kind of past high school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm,
Well, it was good talking with you, William. It really was. And I see there is a few people on here. We actually are only on YouTube tonight. Um we normally air on several different platforms.
okay.
Um but there is a few people that's on here, and if you have any questions for either William or myself, we'll be able to answer those questions for you. Also, we have because we had to postpone this show with
Yeah.
you, William, because of the fact that we had the Arts and Authors on Sunday. But we're going to be back on track starting next Monday with Trisha Williams. She will be coming on to join us, and
Mm,
um, I can't wait for that. But and then of course it'll be every other Monday thereafter. But I thank you so much, William. Is there
it's
anything?
wonderful talking to you, Kim.
Oh, thank you. It's
As
always a
always.
pleasure talking to you.
Mm,
Is there any final word you would like to tell everyone before we go?
Uh, I just want to thank everybody who's ever read my book, and all my friends and family who have supported me for this journey, and uh, all the wonderful people that uh, that I will meet and continue to meet in my journey. And I look forward to seeing you back next year at Arts and Authors. Yeah.
Aw, I thank you so much, William. And I hope everybody that read your book get as much pleasure that I know I'm going to get once I read that book. And your two upcoming books as well. But I thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah. Take care, everybody. All right.